So guys, in this video we'll be doing the proving grounds play inclusionist box. So these play boxes are taken from the OneHub directory and they are hosted on this proving grounds. So you don't need to pay any dollars to play this. You can just freely practice. For the practice version you need to pay like $20 per month and you will get some modified versions of the OneHub. So let's do this inclusiveness from proving grounds play. So the IP address is 171.14. So this IP address changes. I have done this like 2 weeks ago and I have already run the nmap scan, and we can see we have 3 ports open: FTP, SSH, HTTP. And I also want to show how I take my notes. So this is the Obsidian markdown, so you can write that in the markdown. So let's say the box name is inclusiveness. So if you click this button it will render to like the markdown to text. So if you click on this one and you can see this is like a h1 tag from HTML with the main big heading. So the afterwards I put these tags. So after completion of the machine what I do is I put like FTP anonymous access like that. So if I want to search for this tag I can just search here and I will get the list of the machines that have this FTP anonymous access. So let me delete this. So first let's put the nmap scan. So this is a h2 tag, you can think of it like that. So let's copy this output. So this is like you can see in the markdown you can specify some of the code, like some of the text, and if you paste this here and render this, it will render in the particular programming language if you want. You can also press the Python, C, CPP, etc. instead of bash. So if you render this one and you can see it has some syntax highlighting for these ports and the state and the service. Okay, let's run the default scan 21, 22, 80 SC for default scans and copy this IP address and let me output this to default script. So while that is running, let's check any FTP anonymous access. Anonymous logging successful, ls -la. So we have a pub directory. Let's go into this pub directory. Sorry. And also let's check for admin access. You can just type admin, and I think it's wrong. So let's exit this and now let's say ls -la. Okay, this pub directory does not contain anything. Maybe this can contain in the web server. So let's go to the web server actually. So it's Apache default page and let's copy this whole output and let's say 21 FTP port. Let's just say anonymous successful admin failed. So you can also try like admin. Sometimes for some boxes you will get the direct access. So let's just keep it for now pub directory, or what we can do is let's just say nano or echo hello world. Let's say sample.txt. So I'm copying this text file into my inclusiveness folder. So what we are going to do is we are going to upload this text file. So copy this, cd pub. So there are nothing. Let's put sample.txt. So you can see ls-la and sample.txt. So let's copy this again, and you can just copy from put command. Okay, now what does we have? What do we have here? You can copy this. So always check the source code for the usernames in the Apache default page. Some machines in the TryHackMe have the usernames expressed in the comments of this source code. So there are nothing. So that's what we can do is we can go to pub and pub not found, or you can just say sample.txt. So it did not work out. Okay, let's also try for pub sample.txt. It did not found. So okay, let's check for robots.txt. You are not a search engine, you can't read my robots.txt. So now let's we need to change the user agent so to like Google or Bing, so then the server responds with some message. So let's capture this request. Let's open the burp suite. So we can just write now 80 web port. It contains Apache default page. Okay, then it contains robots.txt. We gonna change user agent. And you can see Vaporizer found some, or it did not found Apache and Debian. So it did not find any programming languages specific. So intercept is on, change it to burp and refresh this. So what we are going to do is, instead of Mozilla Firefox, we are going to pretend ourselves as Google. Let's send this to repeater. And you can forward this, and you can see we got one directory, secret information. So let's copy this. So it have the DNS zone transfer attack. Press Ctrl U to see any comments. So I think this Lang has the file inclusion vulnerability. So let's test that. Let's see passwd, and you can see we got the contents of passwd file. So let's copy this. Let's say file inclusion. And press Ctrl U so you can get the neat view of this passwd file. So you can just copy this one and paste here. So let's see the users. So Tom is the user. Okay, I think there is only one normal user, of course, along with the root. So now you can try to brute force the password for the Tom, because we have the SSH port open, right? So you can try that. First let's check for remote file inclusion. If it fails, then we can just search for any logs. So let's listen on the port 445. http 445/sample.txt. We did not get any. Let's see any request here. Let's say port 80. So I think there is no remote file inclusion. So let's check for logs. Auth log contains all SSH login items. Okay, let's just home tom local.txt, and we got the file. Let's check for private key. Okay, let's see. Let's go for Apache log location. So Apache log, sorry, var log Apache 2. Sorry, not that one. Access logs. So copy this. Maybe we did not find. So let's Hydra Tom user passwords. So let's run this in the background. What ports we have opened? 21, 22, 80. Okay, let's check for VSFTPD logs. So it's var log vsftpd.log. So let's check that one. Okay. I just forgot how I did this. I think it's RFI. Or what we can do is, there is an FTP pub file, right? Pub folder. I think we can include that one. So let's go back. Just forgot about this FTP port. So let's once log in again, and so let's check for this. So where the folder has been shared, so it's a vs ftpd. VSFTP. So it's a public access folder. So it's in where FTP pub. So let's try that one. Where FTP pub. So now you can see we got the hello world. Okay, I completely forgot about this FTP port. So what you can do is, if you struck in the middle of the box, you can go and see what ports are open and what we have access till for. I think this is not the correct way. Let's stop this and FTP into this box. So let's copy this, and we can say so now let's put a normal remote code execution one. So this is just simple getting the command and executing that. So what we can do is, we can put phprc.php. So successful. Now we can go to that file phprc.php, and it's ampersand cmd is equals to who am I, and you can see we got the code execution as data. So let's go and search for which Python, and Python has been installed. So we need to edit this IP address and the port number. You can grab this reverse shell from Pentest Monkey. I think this should do it. So let's copy this one. let's reason on 8080 and let's execute this one. So we got the connection ls. So these are normal PHP files. Go back. Let's go to home. Let's go to Tom. So we can read the file local.txt and we can see let's first upgrade to TTY shell. So let's see, there is a binary and see for source code. So it's checking if you are Tom, p open of who am I. So it's opening the who am I file, and actually p open is different from open. What p open does is it will open this file name and executes the command in it and take that output as a read. So you execute the contents of the file name who am I and take that as a input. So it will check whether we are Tom or not. So it's not checking the from absolute path. So first let's run this root shell, checking if you are Tom, you are data. So what we can do is we can create a file name who am I. Let's say touch who am I, permission denied. Okay, let's go to temp directory and create who am I. Okay, now what we're going to do is let's say echo Tom greater than who am I. So we are putting this command echo Tom into the who am I. So let's say cat who am I echo Tom. So whenever popen function has been executed, it will take this one as a command and runs this. So this obviously outputs the Tom, and checking if you are Tom, it will be compared with this user and str compare of Tom 3. So first 3 characters should be equal to Tom and then access granted. Then we may get root shell. So let's go to cd home Tom. The problem is we need to change the path variable. So export path, because our who am I is in the temp directory, right? So let's say temp $path. Okay, now if you execute the root shell, so the popen will open the who am I file from the temp directory, because it's a starting occurrence, and it executes the command in it, which is echo Tom. So if you run this, see, okay, still we are getting this. We should do something wrong. So ls minus la temp who am I. So everyone have the read access. I think let's make this also executable. Temp who am I. Now run this root shell, and now you can see, okay, we should also set the execution permissions. Now who am I? We are the root. Okay, we are the Tom. I don't know, we are getting executed as a Tom, so let's say ls. I think we need to do further, so let's do that. Okay, Tom is a root user. Alright, so you can read any file and you can add some persistence. So you can copy all this output to your nodes. So that's all for this inclusiveness. You can say we got shell initial access, and you can just fill up the nodes here. So of course you might lose some about the nodes, and you just focus on this doing how to get the root, and then you can later on take the nodes in free time.